Launch day, day one patch. I really don't like, there's so much stuff about this day one patch I don't like. I hate how it's just like a Teflon thing people can say before launch, like, oh, I'll be fixing the day one patch. It rolls up some things that will be fixed and some things that won't be fixed. It's an excuse. So I just intrinsically don't like a lot about the kind of like day one patch thing. I'm definitely on version 1.50, you can see. So I am on the day one patch. I was on 1.4 before. So, and I bet there's loads of stuff that hasn't been fixed, and I bet there's some stuff that has been fixed. So it's kind of unfair as well to use. I'm not saying the developers doing this, but there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I'll be fixing day one patch. So anyway, let's have a look. Let's see what's what. Hopefully the multiplayer is going to be rocking and rolling. Carton, this game is awful. You're speaking to probably, I must be, of the streamers, one of the most experienced players in Project Motor Racing at the moment. So it's not uniformly awful and it's not uniformly good. Welcome, Mels. Yanis, Shim, are there Sim, are there patch notes? Welcome, Rogerio. I did have a look. There were some patch notes online. Welcome, Anthony and Alex as well. Can I do a social race? Let's see what's flying. What the hell? This game is out, right? This game is out. Yeah, but to be fair, like, why doesn't someone paste them in chat? Someone paste the patch notes in chat. I was kind of assuming we'd be able to go straight online. Anyway, the video I posted last night or this morning, I think really, for me, really captures. I've already done the license test. I've already done the, oh, maybe because it's on the, I was on a previous build. Alright, well, let's get the license test done. Let's have a look. Let's see if anything's different with the AI in this one. Tanaka.
We had a good start. Remember to keep the nose clean. It's turn one.
That's interesting because it's kept my UI changes, but I have to do the license again. But I'm completely fine with that because, whoa, the performance is terrible. The performance is absolutely pants. What's going on here? This performance is terrible compared to my the press review build I was playing. This doesn't feel like a smooth. I've got audio hiccups. What's my CPU saying? Performance. GPU 4090 was at 81% 3D, and my CPU, well, now it's chilling at 19. I'll keep that up. Welcome, 8-bit. Yeah, I've never seen how pre-orders work on Instant Gaming before, but fingers crossed they release them soon. I think they should. I presume they definitely do it on the day of release. I can understand if it's a bit later because, you know, maybe it explains why it's discounted or something. Yeah, the performance here was not good. Has my graphics changed? Yeah, have a look at that. This has changed. I'm pretty sure this has changed. We never had this at above 100%, right? And also, I'm pretty sure I always had that at 50%. What the hell? Okay, so maybe they've described that, so it brings it down like after it or something. Huh. No, I was very happy with the settings I had previously. But even now I'm having audio stutters. And this is a bit stuttery. Can you hear? That's the other thing about day one patch. Things can change negatively in a patch as well. It's not just you patch it and you just fix all the good stuff. So like, it really annoyed me, all this like, oh, I can't give an opinion, mate, because day one patch isn't out yet. It was the same thing when I was at the expo, and this is not the developer. The developer has been absolutely very great, I think, with me, very hands off, extremely hands off. I keep forgetting this is variable.
Race officials caught a track limit violation.
I'm worried that there's audio stuttering going on. Could you hear the audio there as well? It's lagging. Or it's not that it's lagging, it's that the other cars don't feel like it's working in terms of proximity correctly. What comparative? The force feedback feels very different as well. Feels a bit more sluggish, but maybe predictable. Pretty sure these are the settings that we had previously that I was very happy with. I need a tooltip on this. I don't care about pop-in. So why do they not go under 100% before? Welcome, Cupra. No, I'm not running at full screen. I've got G-Sync on borderless, and I need to go over here to do stuff on YouTube. So, these sliders before went up to 100%. Now they go up to 200%. So I don't understand. I don't mind having the pop in. I just want to have really good performance. Yeah, so they've changed settings here, because remember this was FFB detail before. That was FFB detail yesterday. Now it's brake field boost. And also, oh yeah, headroom's still here. Yeah, I don't know why the audio is lagging. You know what? I'm just going to restart the game. But we are on 1.5. I am now running it through Steam, whereas previously I was running it through the standalone Giants launcher. And I wonder if it's just better standalone. So I'm in the standalone one now, and it's asking me if I want to download the patch. Let me see. So it's asking me to download 342 megabytes. I'm going to download it in the Giants launcher rather than through Steam. I have the game in Steam and through Giants. Let's turn this light back on. I wonder if some people have been playing it through Steam and some people through the Giants launcher, and it's actually a bit different on each, potentially. Could explain some things. But yeah, I did read the patch notes, and it was kind of like fairly minor things like marbling, or like there was a car texture that's not in the right place. The usual things you see, you know. I remember going through every single Gran Turismo update and reading all these things, but there's nothing major. Do you have to pay twice to run on Steam? I think if you buy it through the Giant store and then buy it through Steam, yeah, you'll pay twice. Could be a weird interaction with the Steam overlay. It's installing the update here. So I'll just let it do that in Giants. It's generating a list of files to delete. Orlando, San Marino. Wonder if they call like Brianza Monza in here. Sao Paulo. They spelt Sao Paulo wrong. Spa. Spielberg. It's a load of i3D and DDS files. Specs on standalone. So when you say you're through the Giants app or store or whatever. Cupra sees you on PS5. Yeah, it reminds me, the only comparison point I have is iRacing, where iRacing you can also install it standalone or install it through Steam. Generally, it's recommended you install it standalone. I think for subscription renewal purposes. If I remember, you can't participate in the Black Friday renewal discounts if you buy iRacing on Steam. And Steam is notoriously lightweight, so I'd be surprised if Steam was getting in the way. Reese, it's annoying, honestly, my Fanatec the wheel doesn't say centered. Just generally, I think you can do that in the Fanatec app, the new Fanatec app. But yeah, has anyone in chat got the game? Has anyone in chat been playing the game yet? How have your thoughts stacked up with what I've been saying, what I've been thinking? So two things can happen here. Either when it finishes installing in the Giants app, it will be also stuttering more than in the press copy, which might mean that they've tried to add some features or something. Okay, it's finishing this thing. Or secondly, it doesn't stutter, in which case is there a difference between Giants app and Steam, which I think is massive news. 8-bit DCS is the same. There's a weird difference between things you buy standalone and through Steam. Right, installation successful. We're going to launch a game. Thank you for your patience, everyone. No worries, Reese. Oh, thanks, Nami. Yeah, honestly, we're the smallest creator there, but it's unbelievable that we're nominated. Unbelievable. Right, I'm launching the game. It has launched. Welcome, Godlike. How does Sim compare to ACC? I think ACC is probably one of the better comparison points. It's very tire sensitive, like ACC. Is there hope for Rensport? I think, yeah. I think Rensport should knuckle down in the competitive racing thing. I think Rensport should probably get big streamers to just play the game. That's my hunch. Ken Kepler, so far, definitely more sim than Cade. FFB feels a bit weird. Yeah, the FFB feels weird, and I think... Let's just check we're on the right version. Yeah, 1.50. Let's do is that... Are we going to be multiplayer... Oh, we're good in ranked. Oh, it's okay. We're good. We're good. Porsche, North America, Lexington. I don't really know Lexington, unfortunately. I don't even know what Lexington is, to be honest with you. Okay, but they're filled, which is great. And shame I don't really know that track. Otherwise, it would have been great to jump in. Okay, so they're every 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and every 40 minutes. And 1 hour 40. Okay, I like that. Welcome, Simba. Stuck in traffic, not expecting anything, but we'll join. Let's see what's happening. Why are there no custom lobbies? Are they not working or something? Well, let's go social. Yeah, the FFB feels unusual, and when I started saying, "Oh, the FFB feels unusual," some people are like, "Oh, you can't not driving properly or anything." It's like, no, everyone is going to say this. I know, I'm pretty dialed in. I know this is unusual. All right, let's do a social race here. Lime Rock. But I think the lobby system needs some work. Or let's talk about it a second. Either we sit here and we look at the bunda of the MX-5, or we could be in practice. I'd much rather be in practice because Project Motor Racing. I feel it is quite, when you're at the circuit, it feels quite good. The sights, the sounds, the graphics. It feels, when you're in the pit lane, it's really nice when you're in the pit lane. It just feels good, sounds good. I think they're missing a trick by not spawning us into pit lane here. If social races working out, we'll have a look. We're gonna do it. Welcome, Godlike. Might do some sim racing for watching Borough get slaughtered by Coventry. Lampard's just gonna have you. Quinton, what's your thought on the Huskenveld sprints? I'm looking for mid-level pedals to CRPT V3s P1000. They're very different to CRPTs and V3s, both of which I've used quite a bit because they're more bare bones. But I think Huskenveld sprints are highly regarded. I have a Huskenveld interview coming out on the channel soon. You've got some good choices there, basically. Nami says, compared to ACC, there's more detail in the feedback. Not sure I agree with that. It's very dependent on car. I feel like there's more... Sometimes there's more... Over the course of a stint, it feels like there's more dynamism. Maybe. Dante, I'm wondering if my friend joins the same social race. We'll see. I don't think this one's going to hit the lobby cap, so... Welcome Osiris and Tyler. Did I miss any? Got Vlatka in the chat as well. Keep in order. Gustav's game was stuttering. Tyler got the game, can't downshift into one in the Mazda. When you say, is it, have you got downshift protection or something? Yeah, it's a strong statement from Nami saying, compared to ACC, there's more detail in the feedback. Don't think the Podium DD1 has full force either. Slip of the tongue. I think most people's sensation going into Project Motor Racing, if you're driving anything modern in it, is going to be, what's wrong with the force feedback? And then people will tell you, you've got to warm up the tyres. You're like, but I'm not enjoying it. Whereas the Mazda, for me, has felt very consistent. Ironically, the Mazda in iRacing, and I've seen different iterations of the Mazda in iRacing over the years, has been a car that takes a while to warm up. How do I know that? Because when you're doing Mazda race and iRacing, in your 8-minute quali session, or your 2 laps or whatever, you know, it's by the end where you're the fastest. You need to warm it up. Do you think this game will run well on your microwave oven? What's your microwave oven? I have a fridge manufacturer emailed me just now about a collaboration. I'm quite excited about it. I'm quite excited about it. Oh, they emailed me back. Nice, that works. I think we're going to do that. I think I'm going to be working with a fridge manufacturer. This is quite boring, isn't it? I mean, if you have the music on, it's going to be great. But Ken, I'm on a T598. Have it dialed in for GT7. Yeah, let me know, because I'll do, if the game's popular, I'll do settings guides. Tyler's fixed it. Nice one. Was it downshift protection? Only thing I can compare to is PC2 on AMS2. Is it more like GT7 or ACC? It's more like ACC, I think. Right, launching. 16 players. Deciding to split. Please pre-order sim rig using a fridge. Well, like the old school fridge is like the one in Indiana Jones. You just sit in it. I'd love to do scrap heap challenge, build sim rigs out of stuff. Alex's timing was off. Simpson pedals in the area, but not. Can you not intercept the van? Can you not hijack the van? It's like, oi, give me my pedals. Give me my Simpson pedals. I want to go to Lime Rock Park and I want to sit in that, I presume, clubhouse. That's on stilts. It looks so precarious, the clubhouse. Like, it looks like one misjudgment by a car and the whole thing will collapse. Okay, so it is... Finding that my car... I feel like the lobby system is a bit weird. That's my hunt. We're going to try more of it today. Can I sneeze? I don't know how it determines the split, but it looks like we're waiting here. Dive bomb into T1. You gotta set the tone. It's like rugby. It's like the first tackle. You gotta send a message. So far, this has been quite a frustrating lobby experience compared to, say, iRacing, where I'm registered in the launcher, but then I always seem to be doing other stuff because, like, it's in the launcher, so you can be browsing. I guess I'm streaming, so I don't do that. Compared to GT7, where you'd be in the practice session, and now this waiting for players to load. One for the day 2 patch. Welcome, A-Man. Tony, is anyone getting the same issue? And the menu op just continuously scrolling. That might be one of your inputs. Right, there we go. We're good. We're in. Who's in this? Oh, Metz. My man, Metz. Leroy. Let's qualify. How's my guy in Advantage? How's my guy in an Aston Martin Vantage? This is an MX-5 spec race. And bro's in Advantage. Guys. He's in an Aston Martin GT3 Vantage against MX-5s. Look. Right, let's have a look. The netcode seems to be a bit all over the shop. And I don't think this is going to work without radar. I'm going to be honest. I don't really know. That's a nice leak there. See, I don't know here. I guess I just need to flick back like that and then I can see.
On the clock now, mate. Full send.
Stage right. Here we go though, social racing. Leroy. I've done that in karting many times. Oh. Well, I just like do this ridiculous send and go off the track the other side. SRF's after me. They're not happy. They're not happy. This is quite fun though, I have to say. Like, we're in the lobby. It's got that new game feel. Feels like FM7. I would say it's somewhere between a triangle of like ACC, Forza. I wouldn't put it in GT7 land really at all. I haven't done enough AMS2 to see if it's really in there, but how many Utilities to talk to the fridge have? Depends if it's falling on you. Oh mate, why are we not braking? Very respectful so far. I don't think I've quite got my seat.
5 minutes left.
Let's go. Does the game feel any better at lunch? I feel less hungry. Oh, mate. You alright? Oh, ghosting. Is it ghosting? Can you do this flat? Probably not. Welcome, Patrick. At launch. It was stuttering before on the Steam build. We need to find the seconds. Sure, we could do that. Why lift there, man? Why lift? P1! P1 everyone! The Project Motor Racing King is back! This is my domain. We'll just go off there as well. Huge!
1 minute to go.
World's fastest Project Motor Racing streamer. If there's anything like Zolder, but the track limits, you can be fast and do so. Ah, with P2, alright. Just want to check my CPU usage.
Check and flag this lap. Wrap it up.
GPU 82%, CPU 30%. Oh, that cone didn't fancy it.
Limiter on. Hit your marks.
Nice. This is 1.5. This is the day one patch, understand it? Day one patch solved all the problems. No, I can't tell anything that's changed so far. I mean, who cares? Advertise well, pay some YouTubers, create hype, and then release an alpha version. For what game? Is that we're gonna do our own sim racing game? JV Tube's gonna be booting up PMR PS5 shortly. Very nice. Govey, when will you get better? Seems like they've just paid you. I haven't been paid. I haven't been paid. Sorry to disappoint you. Maybe I should be paid for this quality of streaming. Maybe I should be paid. Welcome, Gervy.
That's the front
Right.
row, mate. We're in a great place for the start of the race.
The front row, otherwise known as P3. Is it a 3-wide front row? Okay. Hey, my dude's in an Aston here. My man's in an Aston Martin. This isn't fair. Bro's in an Aston. Headshots really torn with this game. It's honestly, it's like I think it's like going to the cinema. Like you don't know what you're going to get when you see the movie. Some people are gonna like it, some people aren't gonna like it. Zach, my copy of BMR and say can't wait to try it, looks nervous. That's exciting though. Isn't that exciting? That your physical copy coming today, you don't know how it's going to be. Gerby, it's broken. Looks pretty Looks... What's broken about this, bro? Might have to go to Specsavers. Okay, let's see if we can have a good race or not. Why am I starting P12? I just qualified. I just qualified on the front row, and they put me P12. What's this about? What's this about? No, it is broken the Aston Martin, you're completely correct. What's the point of me qualifying? What's the point of me doing that absolutely insane lap? Welcome through, Pat. Welcome, Matt. One of us is going to blow an engine. Right, it's 10 laps, everyone.
Need a good start. Remember to keep the nose clean. It's turn 1.
Yeah, well, can you explain to me, mate, why I've been started? He needs to get a penalty, 15 seconds. He's false started. Right, how much chaos is there going to be at Lime Rock Park in this social race? The first ever Rennsport, not even Rennsport, Project Motor Racing. Too many games coming out at the moment. Project Ren Corsa Turismo 7. Why is my bro just on the... Steady! Ahoy! Right, we're up to P5, lads. Maybe it's a reverse grid, maybe it's like BTCC. Maybe I have to be Jason Plato. These aren't AI drivers, this is real online. Oh, it's almost locked up. Oh, he's gone. There's a huge impact. Like you, oh my god.
Training violation detected by officials.
Why do you have to phrase it like there's been a nuclear missile launch? Track limits detected.
Heads up, you're not racing this back mark in front, so just get past him quickly.
I need AI to improve so I can chat back to these mechanics. I like how you can see where people have mown the grass. Maybe that is a pro of the farming simulator engine. Loads of people in the barriers. Yellow flags ahead, what's going on? P2, P2, going for the victory. Let's go for the dub. Chat, put W's in the chat if you think I can win the first ever Project Motor Racing online race.
Good progress on the lead. Keep pushing and continue to close that gap.
Our front left is 120 degrees. We're cooking.
This back mark in front isn't in contention, so pass them now.
He's not the back mark, he's a leader of the race, bro. Ah, I've got to be flatter through that. W's front is on fire.
You're currently the fastest on track.
Damn right. Keep telling me those things, I like it. We can go hotter. The tyre has more to give. More.
Heads up, you're not racing the back marker in front, just get past.
I like it. Keep calling him a back marker. That's all he is. He ain't the leader. He's just out of position. He's temporarily occupying P1. Keeping the seat warm for the king. More. Hotter. 150 degrees. Yeah, we don't stop until we see that tyre pop.
You're reeling the leader in. Maintain that momentum. Halfway mark.
All you can see in the rear view is a Mazda with the front left on fire. Like literally just like an inferno. He's got like heat haze now. He's sweating.
Heads up, you're not racing this back marker in front, so just
Yeah, we're not. We're just going to blow straight past him. Keep talking, keep talking. Right, we've got to blow past him because we've got a 2-second penalty, lads. We've got to send this. It's happening. It's happening.
We're coming up to back marker. This guy was all over the place a few laps ago, so be careful getting past.
Slow, slow, slow. Oh, my days. Oh, this is torture. No. I should have just taken the penalty. He's hit us off there, ref, as well.
Is not for position. We need a clean pass.
We go again, we go again, we go again. We did cool our tyres down though. That was a smart move. Track limits do not exist, apart from when they do. You know how Ferrari got disqualified for running the plank too low? I'm a bit worried here for the post-race scrutineering, or McLaren, whoever it was. .2.
Back marker in front isn't in contention to pass them now.
Come on, come on, come on. Can we pressure him into a mistake? That's a ridiculous move. That's insane. Yo.
Your pace is strong and you're closing in on the leader. Keep on it, mate.
He's on a controller, this dude. That's it. He's losing time. I knew controller was OP.
Just a back marker in front, not for the race, just get past them.
I'm being unfairly held back here by my SemiQ 2 Pro and Asher Artura McLaren Ultimate wheel. Whoa. Right, last lap. Pressure's all on him. That gap has come down. This is like Lando at Las Vegas.
Last lap, white flag
Look at the relative. Take care of itself. Under 3 seconds.
Back marker coming up is not for position. Get by as soon as you can. We don't want to lose any time.
Oh, 2 seconds. 2.1 seconds. Ah. Fair play, fair play, fair play. P2.
Watch out for this back marker up ahead.
P2 everyone. P2 on the debut race. Decent result. We'll be on the podium. Do we absolutely yeet that guy? I still think contentious with the contact, the move up the inside. We did beat the GT3, to be fair. Yeah, is it controller on PC? Or did we get to 149 degrees? We can go more. More. Yeah, the lap traffic. Thanks, Blacker. Thanks, Alex. The lap traffic is kind of insane. Like, obviously, there's a lot of trust here. I think Paul Scargill must be a developer from Straight 4 Studios. So they're all on their best behaviour. But, you know, when the trust breaks down, I mean, how much fun does Kimi Vellicini have in this race? But I do think, apparently, you get disqualified. I was reading before I even got the review key. Apparently, you get disqualified if you get too many instant points. I would like to see here, like, instant points. That'd be quite cool. Did it run better on Giants? Yes, it's running better on Giants. I mean, we'd have to open it in Steam again and compare, but it seems to be running better on Giants, and I wonder if that's also a big factor. I feel like PMR got released unfinished, but the game itself isn't bad. This is not a game like the one thing they said to me when they gave me the review code was like, just don't give it a review score until release day. This is not, I couldn't give this game a review score anyway because it's way too complicated to boil down into one number. It's way too complicated. There'll be a certain heritage car in this game that's just really fun to drive, I'm sure. Like the Porsche 992. Some people are just going to be happy driving that car. Time trialing and adjusting the setup. I think that's a very small part of the spectrum of sim racers. But how were there only 6 of on the lead lap? Front left. We need to go harder on that. 8-bit starting to wish I hadn't bought it on Steam. That'll be very controversial if it performs better on Giants. But like I said, I don't have enough info yet, other than for the first time today at the beginning of the stream I was on Steam and it was stuttering. Dante, as it stands, is it worth spending time in PMR, 80 Evo, or GT7? Honestly, I think they all hit a different itch. From my perspective, I've completed GT7. Not just I've completed the game, but I've also done every possible type of content on it. Track guides for like all the tracks, cheap car challenges, like just upgrading cars and crazy challenge. I've done it all. Evo's a fun time trialing game. I think has really nice force feedback. But I'm just kind of like, for me, I think Evo's a little bit in trouble, to be honest, because I don't really know what Evo is. It's in an odd space where it's not doing GT3s like ATC, Le Mans Ultimate. Then it doesn't have the classic old like race cars like this. What the hell's going on here? Are we bugged out? Thanks, Jared. Have we bugged out? Who's this dude? Who's this dude? User 194. What does menu switch even mean? So do I have to quit the game here? Let's give it another minute and then we'll quit the game if we need to. But this isn't good. Why were there so many cars on the grass? I have no idea. I think they just wanted to witness the incredible battle at the front. Same thing happened to GM. See, then there's aspects that are just broken. So it's like, I'm going to quit it. I mean, that makes me think the ranked isn't necessarily going to work properly because oh, let's quit. Okay. Is it going to save your result, etc.? Cupra qualified 3rd, started 12th. Go to other menu. Okay. We'll try it next time. Mahadness, I'm stuck in the same menus. Snake, def bugged out. Were you in that race, Snake? Oh, you were in the same race. Alt F4, yeah. I mean, so this is what I mean about the day one. There's so much I want to enjoy about this game. There's so much cynicism I have on this game. And honestly, it feels like the amount I want to enjoy it and the amount of cynicism I have are two massive forces that are coming in the middle like this. And I'm just, ow. And I'm just like in the middle. Because like, you can't tell me they don't know that's broken. Press something random. You can't tell me they didn't know that's broken. Welcome CMC. Yeah, Zach, you got it on the way, don't you? Let's see some ranked action. Derby. 16 laps in NGT. Oh, is that with the BMW? I do like the BMW. I'll do that. 16 laps of Donington's a lot though. There's only 3 people. That ain't a lot of population, by the way. Something ain't right. GT3's at Bathurst. $16 laps of Donington's with 4 other cars. Now I'm gonna what's it in poker when you what's the thing in poker you have to play and then you're like, nah, I'm not gonna do this hand anymore. I'm second monitor content. I mean, relegated. Also, I would say, ooh. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I have a little bit of this. Also, I'd say this is not a game that you can review in 2 hours. And you can't review sim racing hardware in 2 hours. I rent a studio where I pay money out of my pocket and I give it to landlords so I have enough space to review sim racing products properly. And it costs me a lot of money. I lose money on this. I'll do it for the game, for the love of the game. And you can't review this game in 2 hours, and you can't review equipment in 2 hours. And I think it shows that the standard of reviewing in sim racing is not very good. I don't do this full time. This is not my full-time job. I'm looking after my baby at the moment, but I have a full-time job that I very much enjoy, and this is just a hobby. Scott says, I just requested my money back on Xbox. Never done that before. Disgrace what they promised. Let us know, Scott. Let us know how your experience is on Xbox. Not yeah, it's you fold, but it's like you have to pay something, right? Is it the ante or something? Dante, I want a mode like Forza. Is that like the hopper stuff? Did you try the Praga Behemoth? I haven't tried it. Is that one of the modded ones? Let's see what happens here at Nordschleife, because I don't think this is going to work. I just think without radar, this ain't going to work. But we'll find out. Oh, the blind. The blind. Yeah, we're on day 1 patch here. Okay. Let's see. Nordschleife GT3s. Hopefully it loads in a bit quicker. Hopefully all 19 players can get in this. If we can have 19 players at the launch live, this is a bit annoying. That's quite a long starting thing. The stuttering in game is horrible. Is that your game? Because for me, it's running smoothly now. Is it a good race environment? Think the game can evolve to be good online, to race championship and etc. Like to battle with GT7. Is it more simulate or arcade? Gentlemen, a short view back to the past. Graphics are terrible, the tracks, AI, the handling was slightly better than expected, but still not good enough. Interesting that the graphics are terrible. Are you on Series S or Series X? There was some other stuff I didn't agree with over the weekend, which is people recommending the game on console when they hadn't played it on console. Confucius say the FFB is terrible when trying to play this game with Logitech RS50. It feels more like a steering wheel abuse simulator. This is exactly what I'm saying. Which car are you driving? The comment underneath you from Will, I'm enjoying it at the moment, if I'm honest. Some people are going to like it, some people are not going to like it. That's what it comes down to, I think. You play the blind, yeah. You always have to play the blind. Zach got it on PS5. I got PS5 ACC and it's rough when it came out and got fixed a few months. Let us know how you find it, Zach. CC22, the old cars have acceptable handling, but the new ones are just a no-go. Do you agree with my... Has everyone heard of my theory, by the way? Does everyone know my theory with this game? Welcome, Lone Wolf. Are you aware of my theory? Because apparently my theory could be correct. It's a crazy theory. Rogue, I don't think graphics are good on PC either. Ultron i9 5080. Oh, I bet you're feeling good with your 128 gigabytes of RAM. Isn't that worth like about £1 billion? Despo, do you think the game is worth $43? It's going to be a gamble. It could be for you. It could not be. Like, do you want to gamble? Do you want to gamble $43? And in that gamble, I genuinely think you could enjoy it. And I genuinely think you could really not enjoy it. So, Daryl agreed with the theory. Yeah, MLZ. So my theory, what's going on here with this lobby? By the way, behind my camera, it says, I'll show you what it says. Hang on. Do you want to see behind the screen? I made myself disappear. Ooh. Ah, damn. Shouldn't have done that. So he disconnected from host because I don't think there's any host swapping. Pretty rough. Oh, Cooper's got the PS5 copy. Let us know. Cam, I was excited for the career mode. So my theory is that this game... Sorry, 1 second. Oh, that would be fun. There's only 2 people in it, and I've got to wait. I don't want to just sit and wait. I hate this. It's with Rensport as well. I just want to get into the racing. Rensport, to be fair, does have that quick fill lobby one, right? Where it just quickly fills you. You know what? I'm going to create a server. I can't create a server. Why can I not create a server, chat? Chat, why is that grayed out? Are custom servers... Oh no, it's working now. Multi-class Nürburgring. I'll have a bit of that. I'll have a bit of that. What car am I in, though? GT change vehicle. I'll have a bit of this all day long. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. In fact, I'm very cynical about things. Does the game recognise the wheel? It does recognise my Simuki wheel and my Asher separately, actually. Rogue, the old cars are trying a few, make me feel a bit better. Yeah, Gerard, we had the same issue. We had to Alt F4 out of it. Right, let's rock and roll in this thing. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. Look at this mad multi-class. This is what I'm talking about. And this is on console. This is pretty cool. This I like when it's doing unique things. Let's go. Oh, countdown. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, someone's in the GTE. I rate it. Look at this. You know what I would do? What I might do, actually, I might create lobbies that are just like 6-hour practice lobbies. No, you know what would be amazing that you can't do? Would be to have 6-hour practice lobbies where anyone can just join halfway through, and it's just like a track day. But you can't do that because once you're in, yeah. Simba had to enable DLSS, getting 100 FPS. FFB on DD+. Yeah, be careful with the DD settings, but keep tweaking, let us know. The official KCR, what do you call it? Sim racing, basically the Stig. Simba is, we don't have the Stig, we've got the Simba. GTEs are very easy to spin. So my theory is, sorry, Arthur, if you in less than 3 hours, if you crank steering angle, well, I know that you can get a load of rotation by shifting down. My theory is, I think this game was originally meant to be a like a historic racing game with historic racing cars, and I think at some point there was some pressure, desire, directive, mandate to add all of the GT3s and hypercars. And I don't think the way the game's been designed works both for the modern cars and the historic cars. Yeah, I think they need a track day area. And the thing is, I actually think this developer could do it because they seem to be so reactive to like, oh yeah, we're gonna add a radar now, like after a weekend or a few videos. So I think they could add a track day mode. I think that'd be sick. You'd also get rid of this, like just let us be in. So there's a lot of stodge and fat and faff before getting to the racing. There's way more stodge than GT7 or Rennsport. Ollie, that's you in the GTE. You do that meme. Yeah, that's me. You could turn up your sound. I might hit the gate on it, so oh, here we go. Here we go then. Some mad multi-class. It's like doing Jimmy's 23-hour race again. I'm going to be inside you. How's this going to work? There we go. That's the M3. I'm in the M4. Oh, bro's drifted it. I thought we were going to be at Nordschleife, by the way. I didn't realise we'd be here, but... Oh, he's turned in, ref! Bro. Who was that? Oh, he's sent it. Oh, heavy damage. Yeah, we're done. Return to pit. We go again. DCR car sounds are not terrible. William car sounds are terrible. It's almost like things are subjective. Is it the endurance track though? Because there's no cut through. Tyres are cold. See the way that the car just like kept turning there? It's very unusual. This feels very imprecise, like when the tyres are cold. And I'm sure it will get better as the tyres warm up. Yeah, it is GP. We're doing GP. For some reason I thought it was Nordschleife. Misread. Thanks, Blaster. Appreciate it. So tyres are definitely up to temp now. Oh, you see that rotation there? Like, if you brake and hit the downshift, you just get like this extra rotation that can definitely be harnessed as an exploit, 100%. I'll try and do it here. I'll try. Early downshift, rotate. Okay, I didn't really get it. Oh, this ghost. Yeah, the rotation is definitely inconsistent. I think is 100% the word to use for this game. And the unfortunate thing about inconsistency is that it makes you less confident to push the car to its limits because you just don't know what it's going to do. I don't think the SC63 was that broken. We drove the SC63 yesterday.
Timing screen has you at the top.
It just required like 3 laps to warm up the tyres, I think. It was very tyre dependent. And what am I doing with my hands here? You see, I never drive like this. Oh my days again. So by the way, so when let's say you're in a hypercar or a GTE with no ABS, and you lock up a bit, and then, so you're already a bit locked up, but it's fine, but you're a bit locked up, and then you downshift, then you can see why people are going to insta-spin. There's an echo there. What is I mean, that's not great, to say the least. Yeah, I know. So if you look at me driving the hypercars yesterday, you can see me going to the bus stop at Spa and like rev matching it. My point more is that, let's say you're doing a hairpin, you've already decelerated, and what you really want is to maximize the rotation at that point. You can get more by doing a downshift, like in there. Maybe we dropped some frames on the stream there. Geordie, the game was originally GT Revival. Yeah, I think the stream might have lagged a little bit. Panigirl, based on what I heard, I got my money back from Steam. So did you download it, or you pre-ordered it? So I'm surprised you wouldn't do the 2 hours and see how it is. Looks like my tyres have kept temperature here. Yeah, so when you look at me driving sometimes, the amount of movement I'm doing on the hands is just like, is not how I drive. It looks like that guy ahead of me is in the AMG GT3, which I found, oh no, it's in the Porsche, sorry. I want to see if someone's in the AMG, because I find the AMG very difficult to drive. Now, that's exactly what I was doing in Germany at that corner. I just couldn't do anything, so I don't know whether the tyres are too overheated or not. Yeah, we are lagging a bit. We are lagging on the stream. What's going on? Let me close Steam, because maybe Steam's doing something. Apologies for the drops we've had. I can hear you braking for a corner before exiting the corner before. Are you saying the sound sounds like it's lagging a bit? Because I had that before.
Checking flag this lap. End of session.
I also think because the game's so inconsistent with the cars, I feel like in a lobby you should be able to swap between cars before you qualify or race. Welcome, Crate. Looks impossible to drive smoothly even at hand. Sometimes it feels impossible to drive in the cars, 100%. And I know that for me the M4 has been one of the better cars. So if I was here in the AMG, I would stand no chance. I would stand no chance. The first sector of the Nürburgring, where you need a lot of feel because there's not a lot of visual cues. Okay, it looks like the frames have stopped dropping now. So. Yeah, that's on my stream end. F in the chat for the 3,197 frames we dropped. We lost along the way, overboard. Craig waited for the Steam reviews. Looks like I dodged a bullet. I think so. I think also, let's say the game is, let's say some people enjoy it and some people don't like it. That's not good enough for a game these days, because for the people who validly don't like it are validly going to be vocal about it because they're paying their hard-earned money. Which if you're kind of satisfied, you're not going to say anything, understandably. So you can't have a game where it's too polarizing. And I feel like the developer, publisher, whoever, might have a moment at some point where they have to put their hands up and say like, okay, this game is polarizing. We're going to help you, rather than be like, oh yeah, I'm not saying they're doing this, but they'll have to say something at some point. But they could be like, oh yeah, just set up the cars yourself. You guys need to spend more time setting up the cars. But then I think like here they need to give more explainers on what to do. I mean, there's per car force feedback. To me, it's just kind of insane. Ooh. Why don't we go on the softs? Why don't we go on the softs, chat? Does anyone have problems with shifting? Yeah, I think you need to turn off the upshift protection. There's somewhere there, like up downshift protection or something. Somehow we're P2. That's insane. Has the patch made a noticeable difference? No, not for me. Needs a lot of work, yeah. Right, let's go into quali here. Did I see that the Marcus is as fast as GT3s? Soft tyres now, still max fuel. Will I play on PS5? Yeah, I can't activate my PS5 review code for some reason. I will be. You know what it's like when you come out of the pits, for me, when I come out the pits here, I want to enjoy the car that I'm driving. I want to be like, this car is right at the pinnacle of its class. It's, you know, incredibly sophisticated engineering. It's a thoroughbred race car. You know, it's a classic. And I want to enjoy driving it. And that's the interesting about Project Motor Racing, is often you come out the pits and the cars are horrible to drive. And I have driven out of the pits in a Ferrari 488 GT car, like, and it was lovely to drive in the pits, out of the pits. And after a few laps when I was pushing it, then I span because I was pushing it. But here it feels, these cars feel way more difficult to drive, like before you get to the limit. The understeer there from the Porsche. I'm sure they'll be saying there's loads of patches. I'm sure there will be loads of patches. Because there is something here in this game. Mr. Nice played it, loved it. What did you like about it? Anyone who's playing this game, whatever your thoughts are, negative, positive, in the middle, put them in the chat. It's day one, it's launch day. I don't think we've ever done a launch day stream before. For anything. Could have gone down second there, but I thought we just unsettled the car too much. The car feels nicely planted now on the softs. Like, I can drive. This is much better on the softs than the mediums. Oh, big lag. Obviously I've got way more confidence driving this car. We were getting up to 100 degrees though, so we're probably going to overheat everything. P1! P1 everyone! That's what I'm talking about. Now I reckon we're going to massively have overheated the tyres. Feels like we've overheated it.
Five minutes remaining in the session.
Look at that left rear now. That left rear is done. Yeah, this feels more hooked up, but I think it's because I was on the soft tyre. It just shows like how tyre dependent this game is, in my opinion. Losing time. I love that. Qualifying lap, like there's a slower car coming out the pits. It just feels alive. It just feels really alive. It feels really dynamic. What we should do here is we should cool down the tyres. We should cool down the tyres. Oh yeah, TC is too low, yeah. It doesn't default when I leave it like this. We should cool down the tyres here, right? I didn't change setup at all. In the Porsche yesterday we changed setup. This is tyres. I feel much more connected. I'm pretty sure it's fast in, fast out, right? If I drive on the grass, will it give me pull down the tyres? Eight-bit Alice has finished 2 laps. I see what you mean about FFB. Yeah, there we go. I know how to review games. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this BMW is miles better on the softs than the mediums. That's interesting because something like GT7, you know, the game is as fun on the hards, the mediums, and the softs. There's just different grip, but it's still as fun. In fact, it's probably more fun on the hards. I'm trying to cool down these tyres. Probably it would have been better to come in and put a new set on. Yeah, as you approach the apex, in a lot of cars you lose force feedback. So in that critical moment where you want to understand, like, how much have I misjudged it by? When can I get on the power? You have no information. That's what LMU is very good at. LMU gives you like way too much information. think it makes it easier. Definitely fighting it so much now. Welcome, mate. Yeah, you're right, because GT7 is on rails. 121 degrees. GT7 is on rails, so therefore it plays a lot nicer with those differences to grip. I think because Project Motor Racing is trying to do some different way of simulating, the force feedback comes from a different place. It's extremely tyre dependent. And I don't think it's good enough. I don't think in this day and I don't think in reality, with though there is like Nate coming back from work, I don't think it's good enough to just be like, oh, you can sort it all with setups. In my opinion. Some of us want to enjoy driving these cars, and we don't want to have to like bleed the brakes first and do a mini game where we've got to like put the car on a trailer, like all things you could go to like simulate. P1 everyone! P1! Chat, put your P1s in chat. We're just absolutely smashing it here. We're smashing it. Bobby Mahone is just wondering how on earth has he done a 156.6? There's not a lot of racing, have you noticed as well? Like, because of the practice qualifying defaults here, maybe people start changing it, but there's not a lot of racing. It's not like GT7, it's like you go from race to race to race. I'm going to grid up so I don't end up near the back. The wheels want to auto centre. Yeah, there's no FFV near the centre, I agree. But it's tyre dependent. It's tyre dependent, it changes with the tyres. Can we win this race? We've got a GTE on pole. We're pole in GT3. Oh my days, what a start! What a start from that M4. What's he on? We've got nitrous or something. Went a bit deep though. So our tyres are cold. And I think the biggest thing is here is we're going to struggle to keep these tyres from overheating. So I think if we want to win this race, remember the car ahead's GTE, so we're not strictly racing that for our lead. But for the guy in P1, who we out-qualified, let's play the long game here with our tyres. Let's try and look after our tyres. It's a very weird thing what I'm doing here. I'm driving it a little bit differently to try and minimise the heat in the tyres. Oh. 74 degrees. Remember the GTEs are a bit more powerful than the GT3s. No ABS though, so you'll see them locking up quite a bit. So I'm a bit suspicious how the leaders, in fact I'm very suspicious, how has the leader got a 9-second lead? I think, honestly, I think that's some kind of glitch or hack or something. There's no one who's putting 9 seconds on me lap 1. Now we did see in the previous race we did that somehow it was a Mazda spec race, but there was a Vantage GT3 in the race. And I wonder whether there's some funny hacks you can do, or glitches, to get like a different performance car. That's terrible news. Look what it's done to my tyres. I'm more concerned about my tyres
Officials flag a track limit violation.
than losing the time or the track limits. This is Project Motor Racing. You can see, oh no mate, that ain't gonna work, bro. This is a disaster for my, oh no. Look at my rears. I wanted to keep them cool. Got damage on the car as well. This race hasn't really worked at all. And I won't be able to drive with these tyres like that. Is that an M3 ahead of us? I think that's an M3. Oh, no force feedback there at all on that rumble. It's very unusual.
Tyres are starting to overheat there, mate.
Starting. Yeah, I know, how was it in 4?
Back marker is not in our race. Make a quick pass.
I want to have a look at this leader. What's going on? Is it saying I'm in the lead as well? Did it teleport me to the pits? Yeah, apparently I'm in the lead right now. I reckon it teleported me to the pits, honestly. Do you think this game can be saved? Honestly, I don't know whether it needs to be saved, but I feel like the best thing for this game would be a lot of communication with the developers and a lot of like transparency on what they were thinking, how they were thinking people were going to drive. Artlick, I'm not liking the way Tempson. This is exactly what I said at the Sim Racing Expo. Do you remember when I was driving at the circuit in the Porsche? And I was like, I can't string together a few corners. What's going on? I was like, it must be so tyre dependent. And we saw in the previous lap I couldn't recover the tyres. Now this is why we need the communication, because I think the developers might say, oh, you're all driving wrong. To which I would say, well, the players can't be wrong. Like, we're paying money to enjoy the games and have fun in the games, but we can't all be wrong. So maybe there needs to be some compromise on the tyres, on the tyre thing. Maybe it needs to, because we're not real world GT3 racers. We're not driving GT3s in real life every weekend, so we're going to overheat the tyres more than GT3 drivers. But we want to kind of cosplay as GT3 drivers. Ben Collins is, this is not a slight, it's not anything I wouldn't expect from anyone else. He's a paid consultant for the game, so he's obviously going to say that the game's the best thing since sliced bread. To me, that's priced in. So massive respect for Ben Collins, but also it doesn't matter how good or bad the game would be. He's going to say it's amazing. Felix prefers Rennsport more than Project Motor Racing. I would say in Rennsport, the amount of time we've spent so far, I would have had a lot more racing in Rennsport. And probably a lot more wheel to wheel. Welcome, Ryan. Yeah, this is 1.5 patch. This is the big day one patch. Also, I don't think Ben Collins is a massive modern sim racer, and he doesn't need to be. He's got a big stunt driving company and everything. What I'm more curious about is Project Motor Racing had some like beta testing program, right? And I'm really interested. I'm sure everyone's in there is massively NDA'd, etc. I'd be really interested to know what the feedback has been in there. Sponsored review is not genuine. Who's doing the sponsored review? Let me know who's doing the sponsored review. Ape Alex. Yeah, I think I'm speaking with the developers. I think they do have a really complex physics engine, and I think sometimes it's throwing out results that are just not good gameplay. Can you remove the patch? Ilip, I just played a little and it's not giving me the confidence to go fast. Yeah, it doesn't give you the confidence to go fast. And I don't think it's good enough to say like you need to warm up the tyres, because it doesn't give you the confidence to warm up the tyres. There was a game sound. It's probably this camera, isn't it? Yeah, he's not sponsored, Ben Collins. He's a consultant. He's a consultant to give expertise in the game, and I think that's great. I think it's great they've gone out to people like Ben Collins, and I spoke with Johnny Herbert in London a while ago about Project Motor Racing. I think it's great they have these people. Oh, the camera's over here. Right. Chat, if you are enjoying the streams, please do consider joining as a member, because I will need to upgrade this camera, and this isn't a sponsored stream. I'm not being paid for this stream. Oh, what do I do? I'm gonna quit this. Ah, okay. So those are two social. No, we did a social race and a custom race. I'll turn the camera on in a moment. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with like hard to master, because that is a high ceiling, which is a lot of replayability actually. Let me just try and join something, and then I can go and turn the camera back up. Omit says, seems the day one patch did improve the game. Let us know in which way. Ah, why did I go back there? It's all a little bit old school. Social. Oh, look at these. Join it, register it. I don't want to be in advantage. I don't want to be in advantage. Anything else? Oh, okay, we're in. Okay, bear with me. Let me turn the camera back on. FFB, yeah, FFB seems better on older cars, I agree. Oh, the camera's toast. Yes. Lorenzo. Who was this? Who's Lorenzo? What's happened here? Has it booted me out? Oh, mate. Come on. I just want to race. The fat. I'm very sensitive to like a faff to race ratio, and the faffing here is way too much faffing. Now I've missed all the big lobbies. Oh, now I've got to make 13 minutes. What a pain. And if I do a custom lobby, I've got to do 10 minutes of practice, 10 minutes of qualifying. There's too much faff. Attack is the best sim on console. Rogue, the cold tire steering is absolutely horrid. Drive by wire is a great way of putting it. It's like you send an input through the wheel and it's getting sent to the wheel. You send an input through your steering wheel, it gets sent to the wheels. In the meantime, there's a signal coming back from the wheels to your steering wheel, and they're kind of like crossing paths. That's how it feels a lot of the time. Should we do some Donny? Let's do some Donny. Alright, let's do some Donny in this. I've got to sit for another 2 hours. 2 hours, 30 minutes. Yeah, the lobby system is just pants, man. Like, show off your racing game by getting people in sessions. Patricia, how's the game? It's very mixed. It's very mixed. This car's quite fun to drive, so I'm excited to drive this car, even though I don't know Donington that well. Since you got 30, can you try something? When I get in the cars, they're under 40 degrees already. Welcome studio. Yeah, the livery's good. The Vegleman. The car looks amazing. I think the race suit looks rubbish. I think the race suit needs like fake logos on it, then it will look great. And I think this area should be populated with little trophies and stuff. Basically, it's for some of the cars. It's not. It doesn't matter. I think this is why I think there's a difference of opinion between like us and maybe the developers, right? When the tyres are not at a temperature in a lot of cars, it's just not fun. I don't care whether it's realistic. I don't care whether I've got to warm the tyres. It's just not fun. It's not fun. Okay? And also, when you overheat the tyres, it's also not fun. So I don't care whether it's super realistic or not. It's just not fun. And these are still video games for me. Yeah, the E46, that BMW is fun to drive as well. Have a look. Honestly, my stream yesterday, we drove like a load of cars. Why would anyone struggle with GT3s in this when you can play? I agree. I don't even think this game needs GT3s. I think this game could be better without GT3s and hypercars. Can't find the FOV for hoods. I just cycle through and I've got it. Honestly, chat, from what you've seen, do you think this game would be any worse if you lost to GT3s and hypercars? I'm amazed there's a hypercar on the front cover. I don't think they released the sim too soon. I think they tried to add too much to the sim. Storm, I need it to be fun also. Woodar says keep them. I think they spread. I think it spread a bit. I think it spread thin because some of the cars are much more fun to drive than others. So you can compare it to GT7 because if you want to come to console, I get their gains, but for some, this digital sport needs to be a competency. Spo, first player opinion, wasting money. So you've been playing it. What platform? Spartan is enjoying it, especially the multiplayer. control. Yeah, honestly, I think I would rate them if they said hands up, hands up. Some of these GT3s and hypercars are just, you know, they're not behaving as to the standards that we demand of ourselves. We're actually going to withdraw them from the game, and we will re-add them when they're ready, or we're going to mark them beta or something. Yeah, I honestly think, like, you know, touring car. What's going on here? This is such a bad system, man. Has it frozen? No. Session begins in launching. 80s, and I'm a big GT3 dude. I'm a big GT3 dude. But it's a very good point. If I was going to drive GT3s right now, I would go to iRacing or LMU. However, with one caveat, I do like the ease of use of setting up multi-class here. There's just something about it that's really nice. Does it feel better than Rennsport for console? I can't really talk about console because this could feel completely different on console. I'm on PC. You've got the HF8. Is that the haptic thing? Gregory, I think that's the most sensible thing said all day by anyone. Honestly, I don't think it's the servers are going to be too busy, but this multiplayer thing is not really working for me. Yeah, I will do guides on this game and stuff. I reckon everyone's in that GT3 Nordschleife that for some reason we couldn't quite get into. This connecting screen is going to get very tiresome as well. So these ones are locked. I like the fact you can do it. You know what? Can I create my own server? I'm going to create my own server. I'm going to do Monza, confirm, and I'm going to do GT3 and hypercars. I'm going to do damage off. I'm going to do 28 players, crossplay, and I'm going to get rid of that practice nonsense and do a 5-minute quali, and I'll do a 6-lap race, heavily rubber, 2 o'clock. Okay? Come on if you think you're hard enough. That's a different that's a different is that AWS or something? That's a different icon I haven't seen before. LMU console is probably going to be another snake or train to get there. Is anyone experienced clogging? What do you mean clogging force feedback? I think the great community can avoid them themselves. Yeah, but I don't blame. I want to drive GT3s and I just keep driving them. And I mean, that BMW with the soft tyres, but then I drove the soft tyres. It was great in qualifying. I was like, okay, this feels good in qualifying. This feels like acceptable. Definitely more than acceptable. Go into the race. Obviously, maybe you just can't race in soft tyres, but it's not obvious to me. I think the engine. I need the engineer to say to me, by the way, I've looked at the track temperatures. Your soft tyres are probably going to overheat on lap 3. I strongly recommend you consider going to the medium or hard tyres. Then if after listening to that, if I still decide to go on soft tyres, that's on me. But before that, I don't know. I feel like there's so much assumed knowledge of people in this game. And I feel like sometimes if you kind of get blown up in hype, and it's like an ego thing, like if you assume everyone has the same knowledge, I assume like we're all so busy, like we just don't have a lot of assumed knowledge. That's how I do my content. But I feel here it just assumes, well, what the hell is this, man? I've seen too many bot streamers who know how to drive. It looks like the servers are kind of falling over a little bit. Which, if we're honest, these days happens to most games on day one, but still frustrating. Your stream is sucking your internet. Don't think so. This is just annoying. Also, I can't save these lobby settings, which is quite frustrating. Even in Gran Turismo, you can save them. At least I can sort by players, though. You can't do that. Look at this. Look at this lobby. 32,000 player lobbies confirmed, chat. This game is a game changer. Ah, damn it, I misclicked and then I've got to hit this connecting thing. Just don't disconnect me, bro. I'm in multiplayer. This is a 16 laps. 16 laps of Donny. 16 laps of Donny. Oh, go on then. 20 laps of Donny. Let's do it. 16 laps of Donny. Also, like, how does BOP work here? Surely it says ripe. Weather cold. I feel like I've just spent more time sat in loading screens. Function. Thanks, Kira, for your feedback. I know gameplay is important. What do you think of graphics? For me, the graphics are fine. I think Rensport has the best graphic. I think Aestheticals Rally in Rensport and Aestheticals Evo have very good graphics on this PC. Yeah, does anyone know if the instant gaming ones have unlocked yet or not? I'd recommend checking before anyone buys it. How do we get the free GTE pack? I'm not sure. I think it comes in the boxed copy. Watchtower, this game is solid, not spectacular. Yeah, but I mean, like, for a cross-play multiplayer game, it's been very difficult for me over the last 10 minutes to actually just get into a race. Oh, you just bought it. Did you get the code immediately? Brian, one thing I will say, and I'm very happy about. By the way, I just want to say the chat has been incredible. Like, over this weekend, I think we've had such an incredible chat. Look at the comments. Look how much thought and respect there is in the comments, and how good discussion we can have. I think everyone deserves like a clap. Really, we've had like I think we've had an incredible chat to discuss this game. They've almost replicated T17. Respect the bumps. Artlick, as much as I want this to thrive, realistically, given how much they market the game, people are going to buy into it, mess around the settings, and if it's bad, I agree. I think you can't afford. I'm pretty sure when you get this game, it defaults you to the Vantage GT3, which to me is one of the broken cars. Inverted commas. In an age of Steam refunds under 2 hours, I don't think you can afford to give people a bad first impression. When you launch this game, it should suggest a race for you that is curated to be the best possible experience. You know, and they did this back in the day. Does anyone remember Need for Speed Shift, right? Do you remember Shift and Shift 2? Didn't it introduce you with like curated races and stuff, and it would give you the indicators like how well you've done in the corners and whatnot? So 14 seconds, let's see if this works. Cooper, my box and sealed disc copy has no code in it, but free DLC. That's a that's going to be a big deal. That's going to be a big deal. Yeah, I like Need for Speed Shift. I thought Need for Speed Shift had so many great things in it in terms of, if you think of it, it was a Need for Speed branded game. So like literally a few years earlier, you're talking like Most Wanted 2 and Underground and everything. Most Wanted, Underground 2. So it's going for that Need for Speed audience, and it gave them all to circuits. And yes, the handling wasn't incredible by any means. It felt laggy. It felt really laggy. But the things like the helmet, look to Apex, it's really good. Yeah, I think there'll be a Rensport resurgence. I've been meaning to edit one of my Rensport race videos, and I'm just going to edit it and put it out there. Oh, did your wheel try to kill you as well? Let me know more about that, Opsum. Let me know what happened. Yeah, I like the windscreen wiper vibration. That's quite nice. Yeah, the helmet, the one in the helmet and shift was you know, I was playing that on controller on my laptop. That's a gateway. That's a massive gateway into sim racing. How does AI perform? They don't really seem to know you exist previously, but we'll do another AI race. Yeah, I agree, Oliver. I agree, and it's annoying me. Like, it's annoying me. There's way too many it was way too far away from being a seamless experience. Honestly, one of the best racing games right now you can buy. In fact, what do you think I'm going to say? What do you think I'm going to say? One of the best racing games you can play right now and buy new. What do you think it is? Welcome, Christian Greg 69. What do you think I'm going to say? Can anyone get it? Rensport, no. G7, no. Assetto, no. ACC, no. LMU, no. Bones got it. Wreckfest 2. Wreckfest 2 is one of the best racing games you can play right now. Runs incredible, looks incredible, incredible force feedback, plays great on a controller. Wreckfest 2 is an early access. Wreckfest 2 is so underrated. I think Wreckfest 2 and Assetto Corsa Rally seem to be doing early access right. Imagine the community being critical. You would get that. If I was a pod racing streamer, I'd be like, oh, there's a new pod racing game out. Oh, but the law of Star Wars says you can't turn like this. Isn't it like 30 player lobbies as well? Oh my days, we've crashed. The game's crashed. The game's crashed. Oh my days. Chat, what journey this is. What journey. I'm restarting it. Something went wrong with Project Motor Racing Game.exe. You can't defend all of that. I've restarted it. This is the thing. If someone buys this game, like if someone buys this game, right? They get the key, they download it on Steam. They start. They jump in a GT3. The force feedback's terrible. They read a bit about like, oh, you've got to get the tires up temperature. So they drive a lot to get the tires up temperature. Then the tires overheat and they can't drive it. Then they're like, okay, well, cool, I'll try a multiplayer race. They try and get into a multiplayer race. It doesn't create their own server. They try and join another one. You have to wait 5 minutes just to look and get a screen. And then when they go into the lobby, it spends another 5 minutes waiting for other players to join, and then the game crashes. I don't blame that person. That player has done nothing wrong. That player's done nothing wrong. They've spent a load of their hard-earned money on a game, and they've had no fun out of it. And if that's their first hour, I don't blame them for refunding it at all. You know? So these are the little things that annoy me. These things annoy me more. Because these were always it was always gonna be painful. You can see like this connecting screen and what's going on, man? And also for me, as a streamer, right? Let's say in a few weeks' time on a weekend I've got a choice of a game to stream. What do you think I'm gonna stream? Now this is an unusual perspective because 99% of people aren't streamers, and that's good because streaming is playing games too much. I don't think it's good or healthy or like in terms of your enjoyment of the game. These they're not designed to be played like full time. But what do you think I'm going to play on stream? Am I going to sit here, or am I going to jump on GT7? Am I going to jump on LMU? Am I going to jump on AC Rally? Am I going to jump on Rensport? Because even Rensport, I would have had way more racing by now. Just started the game, my T128 sounds like it's going to demolish your desk. Yeah, and imagine being on like a T818 or something. It'd be dangerous. Formula, this ain't good content. This is the best content. This is award nominated content. We've been nominated in the Autosport Awards. I do have a lot of patience. I'm too patient, really. I'll tell you what, let's do a single player. Let's see if a single player improved. See, now I don't know what to, now I'm second guessing myself because I know I want to drive GT3s. Or I know I want to drive hypercars, but I know it's risky, I might not enjoy them. So now I'm thinking, should I drive something else? Let's drive the Audi. Why can't I do multi-class here? Chat, why can't I do multi-class? Is it too small a circuit? Chat, why is it disabled multi-class? Oh, okay. I'm just an idiot. I'm just the world's stupidest person. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. Cool. Right, let's see. Mister, should I get this? Keep watching. Let's see what happens here. First impressions count like a lot. If you go on a date, let's say you're a really cool dude, like, you know, you're a really cool dude. You got a good job, you know, you're a nice guy, and you go on a first date with someone, and you completely mess it up, like there's like food on your face or something you don't know. You're not going to get a second chance. Do you know what I mean? Like, first impressions are important. Oh, thanks, Bones. Yeah, the AI will just turn in on you. And I don't believe the spin of like, oh yeah, they race you hard. I don't buy it. Yeah, there we go. Well, the Audi sounds good. So have a look at my tyres. Ice cold. Thompson's got a PT conference, very nice. Is that a hypercar on the side? No. It's just a GT3, I'm too slow.
Timing started, make this lap count.
I can't see anything. Also, sometimes if you're different, for better or for worse, people are just not going to take to you. Like, at the moment, with mobile phones, you've got Apple, you've got Android. If there's some third ecosystem that comes out, like a Microsoft or BlackBerry or whatever, it's just people are just not going to take to you. Like, if you want to be different to the established quo, you have to be really good different. And here, Project Motor Racing has definitely got different force feedback. But given that I can go between iRacing and LMU and ACC and AC Evo and drive pretty much the same, you know, here I feel like I'd need to relearn how to drive, and I'm not that keen to do that for one sim, because then what happens when I've got to do a 24-hour race in iRacing? Alright, let's go into a race. Let's see how the AI is going to be. There's definitely sometimes it's felt soulless. Like, I think a couple of races we've done at Lime Rock Park, it's felt soulless. Mr. Yeah, Alex is right. You need to decide for yourself. I'm not going to be the sort of YouTuber that's going to say, this is good, this is bad, buy this, don't buy this. I'm going to present you the information and try and understand a bit more about you, because some things some people are going to enjoy, some people say. That's the thing. Apparently AI update didn't come today. That's the thing. When you just say everything's going to come in a day one patch, you can roll everything into it and like, oh yeah, it's all going to get fixed in day one patch. You know, I don't like that. The day one patch becomes this like messiah that's going to save everything. Sorry, bro.
You committed a track limit violation.
Yes, I did. The other thing with racing games is, I feel like they don't exist in a vacuum, and I think that could be frustrating to developers and publishers, but the reality is, it's like, this game needs to be better than ACC, iRacing, LMU, etc. Otherwise people will just carry on playing those existing games. It can't be on the same page as them. It can't be worse than them. It can't be just as good. It has to be better. And that means that there might be some things that Project Motor Racing does better than iRacing and LMU, etc. But if there's more things it does worse at the moment, then I don't expect people to play it. So even this is, you know, this is a good experience, but I feel like it has to be better than ACC's experience at Silverstone. And ACC has a pretty good experience. If I was doing this at ACC, I'd still be having a lot of fun. I'd say the sound would be a little bit better in ACC, potentially. I wouldn't be able to do a multi-class. I could have, I think, even a bigger grid of GT3s, or the same size grid. Do it in VR in ACC. So that might seem quite harsh, because you look at it one way, you're like, okay, Project Motor Racing has managed to create an experience here in this race, let's say, that's as good as ACC, which is a very good game. That's commendable. That's really good, right? But then the other side of that equation is, well, if it's not better, why would you expect people to play this instead of ACC, which you can buy for £10? ACC isn't garbage. I love doing ACC in VR and stuff like that. It's not my favourite game, but if I want to be on a big grid of GT3s, definitely when your tyres are warmed up, I would say across the board, the experience in Project Motor Racing is just better than when your tyres are cold. I mean, in iRacing I'd be gone there. I'd be absolutely obliterated. Getting so much rotation now. Too much rotation. Yeah, I don't know why there's hate for ACC. And if you continue that thought, then I would say, well, if you played ACC for years and years and years, and you've got some money saved up, or you just, you can afford it, and you want to try something new, then yeah, why not try Project Motor Racing? Because it's going to be like a new experience. In the same way I bought Battlefield 6, I was like, I just want to try a new first-person shooter. So I bought Battlefield 6 for like 60 quid. And I enjoyed it. I got my money's worth out of it. Well, back in the day, I'd be like sometimes, I want to go to cinema. What's on the cinema this Friday evening? Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll enjoy it. I've seen some absolute rubbish stuff at the cinema. I shouldn't have even been in the cinema. It's that bad. But it's still part of like my kind of experience, my history, my story of like watching movies. So I think sometimes we take it a bit too seriously. Like ACC is £10 these days. That's unbelievable value. Overheating left rear. So I can definitely feel now when I'm overheating the tyres. And I can actually feel it more than ACC. I'm not going to get any space here. That's alright, that's alright, that's alright. Actually, that's good racing. That's good racing. I don't think the AI did anything there other than do its line, but it was still kind of good racing. I mean, this right now is a very good experience. And again, it's when the tyres have been warmed up. So that car was always going to turn in no matter what happens. And I can tell you in real life that car's not turning in like that.
Last lap, keep pushing.
By the way, I think the graphics are good. I think the grandstand's being full and everything. I think the graphics are really good. I agree. ACC doesn't have proper. I think ACC, honestly, missed such a huge trick by not having ranked multiplayer built in. I think they missed a huge opportunity there. Like, but why? Probably getting X was present. I wanted because it's a new racing game. Yeah, don't feel bad about it. That's what I don't feel. I don't. I anyone who pre-ordered it, that's exciting that people pre-ordered it, and it's like it's not like maybe it's because for sim racing, it's like this wheelbase is like £1,200. So if you get a key for a game for £40, it's and like you said, there's not that many racing games that come around. So, but then equally, there's a lot of things that aren't good in the game, and we should all push for them to be fixed and say this is not acceptable. Like the multiplayer experience is really frustrating me at the moment. Did you watch Jardia review? I haven't watched any other videos apart from some Gamer Muscle streams I joined. I don't watch YouTube videos because otherwise I would spend more. I don't have enough time to both watch YouTube and make YouTube videos. It's one or the other. He said he feels lied to and the game is average. Maybe it's because like with Rensport, I never expected anything more from Rensport other than being like a Sim KD racer. So people look at it and say, "Oh, is this a simulation?" They're going to be disappointed. Whereas from my perspective, I was like, "Oh, okay, I can ride all the curbs here. That's quite good for the racing. That gives me more opportunity." Look how pants this is. Feel like in the racing community, everyone is eager to jump up and immediately scream how bad something is. I feel that as well. I feel that as well. I think YouTubers are really afraid of being called shills, even though a lot of YouTubers do paid content for stuff. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's great that YouTubers are being paid to do things. I think that's fantastic because I think a lot of the YouTubers are really. Someone like Jardier is a proper expert in sim racing. But I think the YouTubers are a bit afraid, and also there's kind of like a bit of tribalism. Like everyone, unless you're an iRacer, everyone likes to hate on iRacing, and I genuinely don't think iRacers care. These are the. Okay, we got some liveries already. It's pretty cool. Okay, we got an endurance race by Straightforward Studios. And these are all from Straightforward Studios as well. Oh, Michi Hoyer. Michi's done it. See, I don't know whether they paid Michi or not, but if they paid Michi, then I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think that's great. I think it's great if they paid Michi Hoyer to do these setups. Who's rated it poorly? I'll try again on the multiplayer. If you're not going to improve the genre, why release? I think people have the best hopes. The developers will think this is the best thing, I think. Yeah, they kind of have to. The ranked race was fun, but they kept on bumping me. Feels better on the oldies, yeah. Multiplayer is going into maintenance. Is that confirmed? Is it confirmed? I feel like it should say here, like, multiplayer in maintenance. Okay, they just posted. I need to charge my headphones. Oh, they're USB-B as well. Okay, I have a USB-B cable here. Bit of a weird one. Yeah. Look at this. Why? Oh, my camp. Ah, for God's sake. My GPU costs. That's not a. That's really not a cool. That's not a cool angle, bro. That's not a good look. Just telling you, man to man. That's not the one. Right, I want to do a separate series on career. I feel like we're kind of exploring the game now. Are these down as well? No, these are good. Has anyone done these yet? No. It's funny when you strip out the multiplayer. For me, you lose a huge aspect of this game, and that's probably how. Like, I'm not the kind of person who's going to be cutting about with AI. Like, that's just not me. I like racing real people online. It's a timeout. It's a timeout for our guy. It's a timeout for our man. He just needs to take some time to reflect about the comments you've been making, and how you may be in a more fortunate position than other people, but that's just fortune. Rogue, the wet driving is better than dry. Welcome out. Okay, let's do a bit of wet. Let's do a bit of wet driving. As it's loading, I'll turn the camera back on. Oh yeah, I want to drive the Alpine GT4 and GT. Any cars that people like, they're really good to drive. So we know the MX-5 is like pretty standard. I think it's pretty safe. The 964 is fun to drive. The M3 is fun to drive. Any other ones that are fun as well? Obviously, everyone's got a different idea of fun. Well, I'm very disappointed in this game. It's an arcade game for console. That's not just a sim for PC. Large, you were pretty spot on with your reviews. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm pretty experienced with this stuff, and I just tell it how it is. Most people like it. Some people don't like it. That's cool. Yeah, the Alpine hypercar is it's pretty good, inverted commas, because you can drive it out of the pits. 992 Cup car. Racing, you got a pretty toxic chat. Yeah, we had to put someone in timeout. Well, a streamer just uninstalled it after 3.3 hours. Streamers have got to honestly get bigger hard drives. I'm rocking 4 terabyte hard drives here. But you know, that's why I do the sim racing show, because I've got to cover all this stuff. Okay, this Lister Storm. Let's try this because it's been the MC12. Oh, don't they have like the white and blue livery? Okay, let's do MC12. Let's do MC12 at Spa. Yeah, and let's do it. I don't like how time and weather are in different places. Let's do it rainfall. Okay, and let's do it at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Let's do that. Let's get damage off because I'm. Let's not to tire pre-warm. I reckon that's a huge setting, by the way. That they probably should have defaulted on. Let me turn the camera back on 1 second. Oh yeah, look at that glorious rain. Full camera. Yes, we're back. Welcome all the new subscribers. Yeah, apparently servers are down. For some emergency maintenance. Okay. Ooh. Put the wipers on, I think. Kira, there's a casual gamer like sim racing like ACG Sim F125 with PMR be good in the PS5. Yeah, I think so. I think, honestly, if you were playing this game like offline, like not exposed to like online comments and everything, I think you'd have way more fun. Same with Rensport, ironically. Oh, Smiling, they haven't sent you disc. Where did you order from?
Clear of pit lane.
Bro. What are you doing, man? Good? You good? You right? So this is the day one patch. AI. Let's go Pro Rouge now. You got this, man. Oh. Giganti. I don't know. I've never heard of Giganti. Fingers crossed. Oh, Giants, you mean? Is Giganti called Giants in like Italian or something? Something I don't like about the weather in Project Motor Racing is it can't capture like just intense rain, like with cloudy skies. It's always sunny pretty much, and I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it is probably quite personal, but it's like when I've been doing karting, especially when I was going up and down doing Club 100 karting in the UK, like when it's raining and the sun's out, I'm so on edge because I know there's so much time to be gained and so much time to be lost. Like, you can either be getting lapped or lapping people because the conditions are changing so much in that moment where there's rain and there's sun. So I'm always naturally on edge. But here, you're not going to lap people or get lapped in these conditions. It's just wet. So I find it almost like, I don't know what the word is, not insulting, but it's like Boy Who Cried Wolf, like purporting to have these incredible, like, it's raining but also the sun's out, what's going to happen, everything's going to change, when I just really want it to be raining. You played it this morning. Oh, I can't drive, look at chat. Let's go into the race. You played it this morning, has a lot of potential. For some people that's going to be acceptable, for some people it isn't. You've got to remember, back in the day...
We're at the back, mate. Didn't set a time.
That's alright. Back at the Vandermeer brothers. Back in the day, there was no such thing as day one patch. You know? I think we dropped some more frames there, by the way. Do you guys prefer it over GT7? If you've got to buy this or GT7, on PS5, I would buy GT7 right now. But for people that have already bought GT7, then there's going to be a lot of people for who it's going to be, you're going to get a lot of value out of Project Motor Racing. So for example, if I was at GT7 in Spa right now, I'll plug my headphones, aren't I? I wouldn't be able to drive these old school cars like this, but frankly they can't even drive themselves. But the rain conditions would be a lot better. Also, like with this car personally, I have no idea where this car raced in real life. I've no idea who drove this car. Like, when I was growing up, if motorsport wasn't on free TV, I couldn't watch it because we didn't have Sky or Eurosport or anything. So like, and this is before the internet, like literally. So I don't personally have like an affection with this car, but I totally get that some people do. Oh, sorry, I thought I was in the list to storm. The Maserati MC12 I remember from stuff like Test Drive Unlimited, the original Test Drive Unlimited, and maybe things like Top Gear. But the Lister Storm. So if you know about the Lister Storm, then that's going to be huge for you driving it. I don't like this time of day with these skies like this. I haven't tried it on the G Pro yesterday. I haven't tried it on the G Pro yet, actually. Smiling Fanatec. Goodness me. Two things you've ordered that haven't come through. They should have both been here today, I'm guessing. I noticed that MX-5 had different steering lock. I haven't been changing it in SimuCube. I've just been keeping it the same. Again, if I'm going to describe to you how that felt, the car felt very, very, very floaty. And what I tend to find with racing in the rain, and I've raced a lot in the rain in the UK in real life in karting on slick tyres, is that you have grip until you don't. But this kind of just felt like I never had grip. Let's see if the multiplayer... Is the multiplayer working? Oh, okay. Oh, let me set up my custom. 100% I feel there's potential in it, 100%. But I want to understand, what is the philosophy of the developer? Do they want this to be a sim where you need to do 2 out laps to warm up the tyres before you can even think about driving properly? So for those 4 or 5 minutes, you're just literally cruising around, warming up the tyres. You're not going to achieve anything. You're not going to attack any corners. You're just going to be driving around so the tyres can warm up passively. Because if that's their philosophy, that's probably that's not personally for me, because I'm working a job, I come home from work, I want to jump on and race. So I would rather sacrifice that realism and do something like GT7, where I can jump on and the tyre temps are taken care of and I can just race. However, there'll be some people that will love all this. They love, I review a lot of setups and stuff, and there's so much passion. People will really know what the Lister Storm is. My hunch is that for the total addressable market of this game, I feel like that's a much smaller proportion of people than the casual crowd, and I feel like I represent the more casual crowd in everything I do. Oh, that's annoying. 15% positive is brutal. Okay. Will it save our settings? I think it has saved our settings. Did I not have it multi-class? Okay. Oh yeah, and damn it, it didn't save it didn't save our settings actually. Hopefully it'll let us create a lobby. Yeah, so what they can easily do is a very easy fix. They can change the default tyre temperatures when you come out of the pits. But that, to me, will sacrifice their philosophy. So what are they more willing to do? I would rate it more if they said, this is our philosophy and we're not going to sacrifice it. And then I would say, right, well, then you need to explain to people, hey, in this game, you need to warm up your tyres. Otherwise, you can't blame people coming from GT7, driving the game for 2 hours, swapping between cars, and not having a good experience. That's not their fault. Right, so then we're going to join our lobby. Simba, put your engineering hat on for G3. You can tame the FFB fuel suspension and steering. Yeah, Simba, we might need to do some setup guides and things like that for some of the cars. I feel like the Porsche 911 could be set up quite nicely. Alex likes the idea of tyre temperatures. I remember in iRacing 5 years ago, where you needed to, warm up the tyres. But I was driving the Cadillac CTS last weekend in Jimmy's endurance thing. We were setting our best lap times on the first flying lap, and then the tyres were like slowly falling off. It's very dramatic. The tyres are very dramatic in Project Motor Racing more than any other sim. Are you trying to? Oh yeah, so Simba's in here. Oh Simba, you're in the. Are you trying to tune the Vantage? That's brave. Albeit there should always be a default. I agree. I think there should be setups for every car in an ideal world. So we go to Monza and we're able to select a setup. So if anyone's in stream on Project Motor Racing on any PC or console, try and join this lobby. Be a lot of fun. Spybeat, it doesn't take a lot of time to drive 2 laps to warm up tyres. So that's subjective. To some people it is. To some, it might sound silly, but to some people it is. I'll give you another example. GT7, when you qualify, you don't even do an out lap. It shortcuts you to the end of the lap. Even in iRacing, I'm sure even in iRacing, iRacing, yeah, okay, so formation lap in iRacing, at like Le Mans, it zooms you to the end. You don't do a full formation lap. Even iRacing makes a concession there. Oh, games library. This is the rapid dude. I want to see what's in that BMW. Yeah, this is a multi-class race. This is a multi-class. Rampage is in here. I feel like we should be able to start practicing and then people can join. I really don't like the lobby system. And when you go on console, Forza and Gran Turismo, that's their homes. They haven't conditioned us to be warming up tyres, etc. When I look at this from an iRacing perspective, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. It's a lot easier than iRacing. When I look at it from a GT7 perspective, I'm like, okay, this is a lot more serious. There isn't any radar, for example. Yeah, Vlatka's on watch. There's going to be no nonsense in the chat. Control, do you really want to race against competition that jumps and doesn't even know how to practice the track? Well, on Gran Turismo, I have fantastic racing against people that really know the track because I'm in top split. So, and everyone races in their split. Shouldn't you warm up your tyres? This is what I'm saying. On console, you don't need to warm up your tyres in GT7. On ACC, you do. On iRacing, at the moment, it's less pronounced for me than it used to be on iRacing. But everyone's different. They're both legitimate points of view. The person who doesn't want to warm up their tyres, they just want to race, and the person that wants it to be as real as possible, and they understand that, yeah, I need to spend 2 laps warming up tyres. They're both legitimate points of view, in my opinion. Decent lobby, this. Decent lobby. Shame there's no voice chat and stuff. Did no one go in the hypercar? I hope this works. When you say there's no voice chat, really though, there's no voice chat in GT7. There's no voice chat in ACC. So on console, I'd like if there's always proximity chat in racing. I would love it. I think the game that adds proximity chat in racing is going to be such a killer feature. Welcome, Tristan, if you're joining. Fingers crossed it's going to work. Stuff hasn't worked previously. We are travelling to the track, aka loading. Back in my day, it was called loading. Now we have to travel to the track. Welcome, BSJ. Yeah, I think proximity chat, voice chat would be amazing. These games were made forever ago. Yeah, I think voice chat is more of a it's more of like a age rating feature and like safety thing. The 996 RSR is pretty cool. Is that the GT3 one? Yeah, fingers crossed we make it, Simba. Fingers crossed we make it. Oh man. Day one servers and that. Yeah, Discord is voice chat between between friends. So when I did Jimmy's 23-hour race, we were all in Discord voice chat for the whole stream, all 24 hours of the stream. But I would like if you had randoms, like if you're behind someone, you can like say, "I'm coming, I'm gonna get you," and it's like proximity, like you can hear that they're behind you. Oh, is it the NGT one? Okay, I have to try it. I saw your review video on the Project Motor Racing. I'm tempted to get the game. Probably wait till next bus. Yeah. Certainly, if you don't want to be sat bug testing or whatever this is. I mean, the amount of racing we've done today has been shockingly low. I will say that 100%. Shockingly low. I would have had a much better experience on Rennsport in terms of the proportion of racing to. I'm tempted to do some other Rennsport streams, you know. By the way, I'm really tempted to do some Rennsport streams. Welcome, Trin. Purple would be cool if you had a multiplayer colleague could watch. Yeah, I agree. I think I've made videos on that in GT7. I think that'd be huge. Have spotters and whatnot. Allow the driver to drive with no HUD on. Yeah, but the servers are back up now. I mean, there's people hosting lobbies and stuff. It says we're travelling to the track. I'll show you what it says. Welcome, Durbin. Royal, I've really been struggling with the handling in FFB. Did you watch my reviews or whatever they were beforehand? Did you watch my videos beforehand? Does it make sense what I was saying? Does it make sense what I was saying with the force feedback? Oh, you're on NASCAR. NASCAR's another game that I want to try, actually. I think iRacing Arcade will do some more stuff in iRacing Arcade. It's been crazy. I didn't expect. It's all come very quickly. Like when I went to the Sim Racing Expo last year in 2024, it was all hardware, no software. Apart from Evo, was it Evo? Yeah, apart from Evo, no software. This year, since the Sim Racing show, the amount of software has been insane. Yeah, it's real time. We're gonna fly in Flight Simulator. You know, do you need to watch again, Roy? I'm saying, does it make sense what I was saying? Like, the impressions the impressions I've given in those videos, does it line up or not line up with your experience now you've driven the game? I'm looking for feedback on my videos, good and bad feedback, because I'm just trying to be as accurate and as honest as possible. Chat, we're still loading, man. We're still loading. Imagine in Warzone or Battlefield 6, it took this long to go into a lobby. You wouldn't have hundreds of thousands of people playing them. And honestly, this is bad for sim racing. Like, this is bad for sim racing. Imagine. Oh, we made it. Let's go. Let's just don't question it. Let's just roll. Simba's behind us! What the hell? There's no barriers. It confused me. The real loading screen simulator. Does it load less track objects or something to keep the frame rate? You were so excited for this game. Honestly, people hype games up. Not talking about you, like influencers really, and like marketing outlets. Hype games up. There was some really weird stuff with Project Motor Racing after the Expo. Some very weird stuff. It's just irresponsible. I saw the same thing with Evo. I think that's why I have a really good connection with you guys and like all of the subscribers from this channel, because for years I just tell it how it is. Sounds like Jardier's given a strong opinion as well, and he also has a really strong connection with his audience because he also tells it how it is. I think people really respect that.
That timing's live. Make it count.
There's no brake boards. There's no brake boards, chat. That's why I missed my braking marker. If there's, how can they forget to load in the damn brake markers? Is that a fair point? Like on the right hand side, on the left hand side of the track, there's no brake markers. We got them here. Remember, I'm on the medium tyre here. I don't think it's fair to say the game is horrendous or the game is amazing. The game is in between that, on a wide spectrum. We know that's the case because we've had all sorts of opinions in chat. Yeah, there is a tyre warming option in the lobby settings. I would also make it much easier to change tyres as well, without having to go into like the full setup stuff, because it should be really easy to default to the fastest tyre for quali, and then the medium tyre or whatever for the race. At the moment I've got to go into the full setup page and I've got to save a setup, and that's too much I think to just change tyres in my opinion. New sim racing? Yeah, to me this is a glitch. It must be a glitch that the brake markers have gone. Like, I don't get it, I don't like it. I've never seen it before. We drove a lot of Monza yesterday, they were always there, so that's silly and that's inconsistent. It's another inconsistent thing. Welcome new subscribers, welcome along. If you're watching in the background, you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Massively helps me out. Oh, Simba's beating us. The car will all moving around now. Tyres are overheating or hotter. The Sim Racing Discord link has expired. Really? It's www.simracingdiscord.com. Like, I own that website, so it should never expire. If you want sim racing discounts, simracingdiscounts.com. If you want a sim racing Discord, simracingdiscord.com. Does anyone else will not have FFB? I think someone in chat said earlier as well. Am I missing something on this game? It's awful. It's a very, very, very inconsistent game. So I think it should be possible to change the tyres here without having to do a new setup. 30 litres, maybe.
It's not what we expected to finish in qualifying, but we can try and make it work from there.
VR, there's no VR at launch. Jake is off, I've no force feedback. Yeah, I told you the force feedback is bizarre in certain cars. And now Royal Assassin's got no force feedback. Which wheel are you on, Jake Gronkarting? Can you say the UI is awful to navigate on console using the wheel? Is that because it's not clear when you go left down, etc.? That's a good point. Okay chat, we ready for our first hosted race? T300 RS, THRUSTMASTer. We'll have a look at it. Let's go. First online custom lobby. KCR Simba, my teammate in the lead. Ah, oh, there's contact here. Oh no! Mate, you cannot give me a track limit violation for that. I got yeeted through turn 1. Oh, it's all kicking off here. Through the middle! Yes! No! Sorry, brother. Oh, it's Simba! Okay, KCR 1-2 again. By the way, if you do want to join our racing team, www.simracingdiscord.com. That's where me and Simba have been discussing the game. Simba, let's go, let's go, let's go. This guy's got nitrous behind us. Tell you what, the tyres are going to overheat so quickly. Like that was actually quite nice through Ascari. So I'm telling you, lap 4 onwards, I'm going to be sliding through Ascari on these medium tyres. Let's go. KIRETH'S Community Racing 1-2 at the moment. Simba's needing some setup on the Vantage. Running away here from the 2 M4s behind.
The back marker is not in our race. Make a quick pass and get on with it.
Simba's dancing away in the Vantage. That feels very unnatural to be able to rotate that on the rears with the brake. Feels like the front of the car is almost like lifted up, so you can like pivot it on the rear, but it shouldn't be like that. All the weight should be on the front, and it should be on the engine in this M4. But you can see again, I'm just able to pivot it almost like, it's almost like I'm pivoting it like that.
This back marker isn't in contention, so pass them now.
Again, we've still got grip there without sliding around. 82 degrees. Is going to be all over us. Hello.
Gaining on the leader. Keep this pace up or catch them.
It's difficult with the brake markers gone. Simba takes a shortcut. Sits to the outside. Oh, in the lead now. We're still showing Simba 1.7 ahead of us. No. Don't know where Simba is on track. So we've got 2 more seconds of penalties here. Right, now that left rear is overheated. And now it's going to be painful. And I'm only 2.5 laps in. We're just going to see that left rear start to do weird things. Sometimes I'm going to understeer, sometimes I'm going to over-rotate, and I won't be able to get that temp down.
Watch out for this back marker up ahead.
So a bit of over-rotation there, and there, and there. So it's a bit looser now, still not too bad. But lap 4, I think, is just going to be very slidey. And here as well, over rotation. Over 100 degrees. I think that tyre temperature is going to go above 100 degrees this lap. Not as bad on the left-handers. See what the temps do here. They're going to creep up through Curva Grande. No? What's it calling? Again, was able to rotate the car massively on the rear there. Now we're going to struggle. Understeer. Understeer. But I suspect we're going to have oversteer in Ascari now. Not too much, actually. Not too much. Not too much. That was absolutely fine. That was absolutely fine. Let's see if we get it under 90 degrees. There is a lot of tyre temperature watching. Like, I should probably put the tyre temperatures in straight here to make it easier. But are we going to get them to like 94 degrees through Curva Grande again? 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. So they are cooling. Yeah, 94. Front brakes were getting hot there. See if we can cool them down before we get into Ascari.
Back marker ahead.
Yeah, now we're a lot looser. But still okay. Looser but okay. I think we've kept the tyres in actually quite a nice window in this race. Because you could kind of drift it all the way through Parabolica. It might be a little bit faster, but I just think you're going to lose all that time again in the race with the tyres. Like, look how we've just kept such a big lead and grown such a big lead in this race so far. Nicely in the window. Wow, why are we only upshifting?
Careful with this back marker up ahead. They will well off the paint in practice.
Did someone park behind the barrier there or something? Very kindly. Yes, we just absolutely dominated this race. Honestly, I think tyre temperatures we've managed that really well. If you were on the softs here, you'd be absolutely cooked. P1 everyone, get ready. P1's in the chat. P1's in the chat. P1 everyone, get in there. Get in there. When I was karting, there's always a guy like, P1. Nice. I think we kept those tyres in the window. Look at Simba, had a very quick lap as well. P1 baby, we earned it. We earned it. Do your radio messages in the chat. That's P1 there. Great result. Great result. P1. Yes, miracles do happen. Wish you were playing the PS5 version. I need to email them about my key. Interesting what Mr. Neutral Steer Almeida will say of this. How do you get out of this, by the way? Isn't there a way? Someone said there's a way to get out. Jardier crucified it. I don't know how much time Jardier spent in the game, to be fair. Alex, is it just me or does it feel like weight transfer does much? I feel like a lot of the time you can't feel what the car is doing because of the force feedback. It feels so disconnected. I have a funny feeling. We're in one of these moments where there's a development team. They had a certain vision of a game. It's come out and they're getting someone said in the track quote crucified. And I feel like they'll dumb it down. And I actually feel like they should double down on this, but explain what they're trying to do. But I feel like the easiest answer is just going to be to double down. How do you get out of this, by the way? Oh, it's going to finish. It's going to finish. Maybe that was the fix. Captain, do you recommend I try this from home from work? I do. Honestly, I think this is a weekend game. I think after home from work, you might just be frustrated. You might need to sit down on like a Saturday morning or something. But if you want to be in the 2-hour window, then you can try it. Okay, that was fun. But it's not fun that I can't just redo the lobby or change the thing in the lobby. Porsche Challenge. Why is it 15 laps now of Derby? I've got to wait that long though. I'm not sure I want to spend that much time waiting. Welcome, Bodo. Stodina just started. Feels dreadful, like you're not attached to the car. Exactly. Exactly. I would make, if I was Project Motor Racing, I'd make everyone start in the MX-5 because it seems to be the tyres don't really have, the tyres aren't a problem and it feels one of the more connected cars. Some of the GT3s on the off are just not good. Game crashed too. Were you in our lobby there? I kind of want to do this one, but I don't want to wait that long. Can I register for it and then... Oh, it's not even in the... Oh, okay. Oh, I can't not register now. I thought it'd be in the old school one. What are the social races saying? Okay, we're going to go for this one again. We're going to try and go for it, but not in the Vantage. Going to go in the M4. 1 minute to go, absolutely no problem. This makes a lot of sense. No worries, Tristan. You just missed your braking marker by about 10,000 miles. Unfortunately, we've dropped like 1% of frames in the stream. Very, very sorry for that. Has the patch fixed everything? I don't know what the patch has done. Rogue, I'm going to leave a Steam review of my constructive criticism. Hope they listen. Yeah, definitely leave your criticism in there. Yeah, how much did you get disqualified for that? He will try the LMDHs. We tried all of them yesterday on stream. You were racing better without force feedback. Yeah, the interesting is, because it's a very valid question. Everyone wants to know what is it most similar to, and I can't honestly. There's sometimes with the force feedback, it feels like Forza when Forza Motorsport came out, but not in a good way. And then you've got the tyres of ACC, but on steroids. I think I might need to start comparing it with Forza a bit more. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's almost like when you're disconnected from the cars, it feels like Forza, and then when you get dialed in, it feels much more like ACC. No, I don't think it's closest to Evo. Not for me. Are we going to actually get in this lobby? The lobby stuff seems to be very painful. I don't know what's happening now. It says launching. Yeah, when you feel disconnected, because like I think that's the thing about Forza. That's why I did so many setup guides and things on Forza to like, oh, this is how you should dial in the cars, and you can actually feel them. Because do you remember? I don't know when you played Forza Motorsport launched on the wheel, but it felt like you could move the wheel and it just wouldn't have a desired effect on the car. So you felt disconnected. It's like, whereas in Gran Turismo, when I make an effect, when I do something on the wheel, it has an effect on the car. Every car, 100%. In Forza, sometimes you do that and nothing would really happen. Would you recommend this over Gran Turismo Simrise? Right now, I wouldn't recommend it over... Well... Oh, for God's sake, man. Just want to race. Yeah, when I say AC, I really mean on, like, the tyres, for example, compared to GT7. I was hoping first impressions for favouritisms for first sim. No, I think people will be pretty I'll tell you what they think of it. TV, I'm playing iRacing LMU now, PMR. Yeah, this is really frustrating me. I'm the sort of person where I'll try and understand if there's a high difficulty ceiling, then that's more space for me to run into, so I enjoy that. But what I really don't like is just a lot of mess in between me and racing on circuit. Because then I may as well go karting. Like, I may as well get in my car, I may as well drive to the karting circuit, and then I may as well do an hour karting race. And I will get, like, actually more time on track rather than sitting through these menus. That's what sim racing for me is like. I can do so much more racing than in karting. You know, now, but there's plenty of games that have server issues on day one, so we'll have to come back to this. Don't necessarily... Oh, 992 trophy, that's what I want to do. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Let's try it. Let's try it at Donny. Why not? 20 laps at Donny in the cup car that killed my butt in Germany. Let's see. Notice me. 16% positive. Is that very, very, very low? That, to me, sounds extremely low. I feel like we're dropping a lot of frames. You know what? I feel like we're dropping a lot of frames, and I just don't have a good feeling about that working. So I'm probably going to end the stream here. I need to work out what's going on with the internet dropping frames. My main feedback from today is that the online should be way more seamless. Given that there's so much waiting to even register for a race, when you register for a race, I think it should put you in a practice session. And I don't think that's a quick fix, I suspect. But I'm disappointed from a philosophy perspective that that wasn't a core thing that absolutely had to be in the game. Like, it was like, we have to make it so when people register, we put them in a practice session and they're on track driving. No, the stream has been struggling. I thought we dropped 2%. We dropped 14,000 frames in this stream, which is very disappointing because the streams recently have been good. So I'll look into that. But there's a variety of reasons. I have 2 internet connections to try and make things work smoothly. So no worries, 8-bit. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Please vote for me in the Autosport Awards. Link in the description. It takes 30 seconds. You don't need to sign up. It's completely free. Please vote for me as Creator of the Year. Like, unbelievable opportunity. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support so far. There is my instant gaming link if you want to pick up Project Motor Racing or LMU or AC Rally or any sim racing game that's on there. And yeah, I think I want to do more AC Rally content. I think I'll do some more Rennsport content. I'll do some more GT7 content. I'm not sure how much more Project Motor Racing content I'll do. I would like to do a guide series, but for me, the game is just a bit too frustrating from a just getting into the racing perspective. I can actually deal with, because I played so much of the game over the weekend, I can actually get into the meat of the game and like the difficulty ceiling. But yeah. Thanks, Black, for putting that in. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next stream and video. You know it's going to be soon. You just know it's going to be soon, right?